What are we in the middle of? It's been a couple weeks.
Starfield.
Are you sure?
We are still in the very intro quests. We have still not begun to fully Starfield.
I thought I had it set to take off my spacesuit when I was inside. Was that in the inventory?
Do you want me to look up? Yeah, it is. And it's...
I definitely...
Go into your... Yeah, and then it's...
Hide helmet and breathable areas. Do I have to set that for different helmets?
I don't know. I don't think so, but that'd be funny.
Oh, it was the spacesuit, but the helmet is different. Okay, well... There we go.
Oh, because you still get spacesuit on. That's what it is. It's either the whole spacesuit comes off, including the helmet, or when you're in the ship and wearing the spacesuit, the helmet itself is still on by default.
But I've got show spacesuit in settlements, I've got it toggled so that it's I think so that it's hide spacesuit in settlements. But I guess when you're on the ship, that doesn't count. This is stupid.
No,
hello.
No, it's what I said it is. It's you hide the entire suit in a settlement, including the helmet. But since you're on your ship,
and the helmet. But yeah.
Have we started?
Again, this is stupid.
Oh yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys. Hi everybody. How's it going?
We're ranting about Starfield.
I was half paying attention to that because I hadn't thought that we'd started the episode yet.
We're all here, right? We didn't start without mumbles.
I'm right here.
No? All right, cool.
So who's ready for... Before we get too much into this, who's ready for some fast Regina Cuthbert lore updates?
Go for it.
Give it to us.
Just a couple little ones. Before the events of this game, we had never killed anybody, but also we have not reflected on the fact that we've now done so a single time. We'd also never handled a gun before, despite kind of growing up in the rough part of Neon City, which I guess is just theoretically all of Neon City, or none of it, depending on what the commenters are saying.
No, it's all.
But when we worked at a convenience store, they had like a VR arcade game, and we just like used the employee code to play it nonstop, including when we were the only employee in the store.
Neon is kind of just like this game's Rifton.
Rifton
does it
Rifton really is a microcosm of like all the ways that Bethesda can't make an open world setting.
Does
like,
Neon have canals?
Hey, let me know if we're going
like
to...
they're good at plenty of things, but
so I can watch
Rifton is full of people who like tell you that hey, listen, I'm disreputable slime, don't mess with me. And then there's zero hooks there. Like normally that would be a setup for like you can mess with them, or they will mess with you. Neither really happens. It's all posturing, and it's aggressive in a way that you feel the need to respond to, but can't.
No.
Rifton is not only my favorite town in Skyrim, it's one of my favorite places that they've ever made. And I have perfume that's based off of it.
But I think you're right.
Nice.
Okay, I have many questions. Number one, what are the notes of the perfume?
You've earned this.
So first of all, let me just plug
Welcome
this
to
Etsy store.
Constellation.
It's called Area of
full
Effect
Bethesda.
Perfumes. I've gotten a Would You Kindly perfume from them. I've gotten a Fallout perfume from them, and the seller is really awesome.
Well,
Anyway,
if you ever find
the
a
notes
that's-
are
okay.
Earth, we'll
Yeah.
all be happy to share it with you. By the way,
the notes
how would you like to
are
keep
blackberry,
traveling?
honey
I'm
mead,
not sitting behind
amber,
my desk for
cashmere,
this.
cedarwood,
These artifacts are a new
teakwood,
chapter for
and
Constellation, and
vetiver,
I'm
which
going
I
to
don't know what
be
the fuck
out
that
there
is.
for it. And I want
Vetiver?
you out
Those
there
make
as well.
sense.
Vetiver,
You
that's the word.
Got results.
I
don't
barely
know
know
what
what that
those
word
are.
means.
Watching my back.
Okay, by the way, if anybody's listening, fun fact, I actually wear a good amount of perfume.
Oh, perfume buddies! We could be perfume
We'll be working
buddies!
with everyone here at the
Yeah, yeah.
lodge, sooner or later. Constellation is all in on this.
I wear it if I'm leaving the house, but also just like if I've got like a like a big
formal
meeting
arrangement.
or something,
We just
like
came
in the
back
house,
in
or like
news.
I'll just
Got
spray it on there
momentum.
just to get
Why
myself in
not
the
keep
mindset.
going?
I have a couple that I think you might like. I'll tell you after the the show. I have one that
Absolutely,
smells
right
like a tomato garden, and I can't remember its like full name or whatever, but it's got a
Does it
really
have,
nice
like, basil-y smell to it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really nice.
So should we keep Sarah in the party or dump her here and never say hi to her again?
I didn't feel like she was adding much to our steez beyond a blank expression and a witness.
Sort of very funny to drag her around everywhere, though. Like, here's my
it-
house on this planet in the middle of nowhere.
It really comes down to what you're trying to do, because basically hanging out with her will continue to usually improve her relationship with you, unless you do things she doesn't like. So if you want to improve your relationship, hang
A
out.
lot of that.
What doesn't she like? Because it seems like we should have been doing almost nothing but that.
Typical Bethesda evil actions, it seems like.
Well,
Like, she did that whole spiel about, like, oh yeah, I don't actually care about what you do as long as, you know, you keep it clean when you're in the club or whatever, but then, like, immediately got mad at us for accepting that bankers, like, go be a Pinkerton and do some debt collecting for me, even though it was the only way to get that guy to tell us about our own actual mortgage.
You know, to be fair, that's pretty Baroque. She probably didn't, like, what do you think she thinks that we don't care what you do means?
I don't know.
Like, because if you said like, oh, I don't care what you do off hours, normally that means like, I don't care if you want to smoke a bong and like have an OnlyFans or something. It doesn't mean like you could just go ahead and extort.
I mean,
murder
but
whoever you like.
it was explicitly in terms of like you know, if you do crimes and shit, like they don't really care, right? Wasn't that the framing?
Yeah. You can be a puckish rogue or you can be a goody two-shoes. They're not going to judge you for what you do as an organization. But she can hate you for doing things she doesn't like.
I mean, that's fair. Like,
You okay?
I can understand being in her position, being like, I'm morally ambiguous. I don't care what happens in the name of science, but I don't necessarily want this, like, the splash zone pass to it.
It's great that the solution that Bethesda came up with to making their NPC conversations more lifelike was to make them aware of the fact that you're just standing around and staring at each other for an extremely long time, and occasionally make them comment on it.
So, Mumbles, by the way, I do want to hear cool things about Rifton as a city.
Let's bring Sarah along with us for now.
It's wet. It's got vibes. I imagine myself hanging out at the meadery. It's got some of my favorite like assassination guild quests. The one where you have to kill that one soldier in front of like all of his dudes, and you have to be sly about it.
Oh, I never did those.
It's got the church where you can get married to one of your companions, which is really funny. All the people who know you show up. It's great. I love
just imagining like Maul and Maven Blackbriar in the front row.
There's
just like
there's a
sourly
gal.
watching.
Get over there and check
There's a
on the
gal
bouncing
who runs a potion/poison shop at the second floor near the river. She's great. Love her. Yeah, I just like it. It's just nice.
To meet her. It's
That's cool.
been ages since Constellation has had someone new. I wonder what she's like.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I'd say Rifton is one of the more
I'll limit it to the really
interesting
important
city
stuff, yeah.
designs in Skyrim.
This does not bode well.
Before we pick an option here, I think we should consider this from a character perspective. So, he basically made a dismissive comment when he came in, and now he's saying, oh, I'd like to apologize for that, which is, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think that calling us a rock breaker was like some kind of unimpeachable sin. It was snobby.
Oh no, I mean, we
and
do break
elitist,
rocks.
but, like,
That was a thing that we did.
I mean, it was dismissive and sniffy, but like being magnanimous here would not be the worst idea. However, what is consistent with our character? I am here to hear arguments.
I do have other things that require my...
Feel like,
Okay, all right.
I like
Feel
it.
just kind of stick a Zor in there.
So, Regina is kind of scrappy, grew up on the streets in Neon, you know, probably kind of resents rich people, except also she's trying to be a rich person, like has that whole thing about that house that she accidentally bought somewhere that so it's like, oh, I gotta make this, I gotta seem like I'm affluent and whatever. So
have we been appreciated lately? Have we been appreciated lately?
Well, Sarah seems to say some good things about us sometimes.
We like cults, which means we probably like motivational books, stuff like that. And so saying something like, if that was an apology, you can do better, sounds like something someone who reads a lot of self-help books would say.
Oh no. Oh no, we read Jordan Peterson, don't we?
No, it's like,
we just read whatever's on sale.
Yeah.
It's like whatever's in the liquidation with like a 50% off sticker.
Let's do that. I feel like if that was an apology, you can do better.
Sure.
I am sorry I besmirched your chosen profession.
Damn. That guy had that on tap.
All right.
He just had that fucking queued up.
My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have...
Okay, I mean, we agree Barrett is kind of a...
Not fair of me to take it out on you.
I think this is pretty well written, to be honest. I think it is well written that he's genuinely when called upon, proceeding with the apology in full, making it more clear what he's sorry for, why he made a mistake, and why he regrets it. Good stuff.
I'll be honest, Walter Scrab's one of the better characters in the game.
I noticed this the last time we talked to this guy. Is this Kleiner? It sounds like Kleiner's voice actor quite a bit.
Let me just check my favorite website. Is this Kleiner.com?
I don't even know if that guy's still alive, but like, it definitely sounds kind of has similar vibes.
No, his last game was no.
Yeah.
It is not.
Still seems to be alive, but
being alive or no? Okay.
The last character he voiced was Dr. Kleiner until Plague Inc. evolved. Oh, he's got an upcoming Half-Life Through the City. Oh, okay. No, wait, hang on. Half-Life Through the City? What the fuck is that?
Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing.
Was he in?
It must be like a machinima or something.
Half-Life Alyx?
You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects.
No, he was not.
A few raw resources from
he was in episode 1 and 2.
It's like there's a different scientist in Alyx,
so I encourage you to make use of the
so...
tools we have to build what you need.
And you must be the latest poor fool to get.
Oh, hey, it's a nice
little family.
I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, all right.
I love it.
Talk to the back of Walter's head.
This is a real question. Do y'all ever had that moment where you suddenly find yourself talking to somebody much richer than you are?
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
He vanished. He's invisible.
Like more than you'd ever want to know. Hello, kids are around, people.
No, still a Bethesda game, all right.
Hi.
Oh, it's Quark.
Dad, don't let it go to your head.
Wait, that's Armin Shimmerman?
Not let it go to
it is.
Oh, okay. I could buy that. Yeah.
Compliment.
Armin Shimmerman's great. Like I don't watch a lot of Star Trek, certainly not as much as any of the three of you.
Let's start business.
But I really enjoy every Ari Shannon performance I see.
It's still crazy to me that he was Andrew Ryan. And also very funny that he was like Andrew Ryan, the hyper-capitalist in BioShock, and then a few years later, Rene Auberjonois, Odo, was Mr. House, hyper-capitalist in Fallout New Vegas.
Do you want to know the notes of my Fallout New Vegas perfume?
Yeah, I always get antsy.
Yes.
Planet side.
The
three of us are heading to Aquila.
Are you gonna guess, Josh?
Planet of the Freestar Collective, and not coincidentally, the home of their captain.
There's Fallout New Vegas is like such a broad sphere of like possible things. I'm not sure I could guess unless it was narrowed down.
And I got a lead on the tail.
It's oil, desert sand, amber, leaves, gasoline, cactus blossom, campfire, and musk.
I actually guessed. I guessed
gasoline.
I guessed like oil and cactus blossom. I was actually wondering if gunpowder was going to be in there.
Gunpowder would be a good one.
I wonder. I don't know, but no.
Yeah, don't piss off the Freestar Rangers. As far as the collective is concerned, they're judge, jury.
I've not been paying
execution.
any attention to what's happening.
So what's been happening is we basically have 3 missions in front of us, assuming that Ko is about to give us his mission. Okay, he did. So there's 3 missions we can choose to.
Okay.
Oh, okay, we're doing this one.
We'll meet you on board your ship.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that
Once we land
was.
on Aquila, it's going to be you and me. So if you want to do anything,
I thought that was just. Well, it's given it's a Bethesda game, I'm sure we can go and pick up the other 2 ones right now. Anyway, Chris, you were saying.
There are currently 3 missions.
Right.
One is to go to Aquila, I believe, with Sam Ko and his daughter, and that's basically a Wild West themed adventure.
Yay!
It's sort of a cowboy town on that planet.
Speaking of Fallout New Vegas,
it did kind of have that vibe. Back to Vectera is to go back and find what happened to Barrett and save him from the pirates, what kidnapped him, and save him from his little adventure with the pirates. And then Into the Unknown requires going up to a space station orbiting the planet we're currently on to talk to Vlad, who is our guy what is using the eye to find other artifacts. And he will send you on one new mission to go get an artifact or tell you to go do the other ones.
is the eye a space telescope?
It is
For
unclear what
artifacts?
kind of sensors. Yes, that's what it's built for. It's unclear how it detects them other than space energy fluctuations, but yes.
Well, it kind of makes sense, like from an in-universe perspective, to stop by the eye on our way out of town anyway, or rather out of the system. So we might as well go and see what's going on there. I feel like it's Barrett's own fault that he got kidnapped by pirates, given that he gave us his ship for no reason.
I hope you
So,
are satisfied.
you know.
Quarters available to you.
Vlad is going to make Rutskarn
Yeah.
mad, I think.
Oh, fun.
Interesting
Guess we
called
can
shot.
just-
Do you want me to explain now why I think he's going to make you mad, or let you see him first and
No,
then
no,
decide
no.
how
Let me
you feel?
experience Vlad. I guess it's an open question. What does make me mad?
Are we able to...
Writing.
Is there
I
a
think you
way
just need
to
to rotate it.
take off from the map? No, I know we can get there, but I'm wondering if we can fly there in space. I want this game to
Okay, what do you mean fly there in space?
I want to launch the ship, and then I want to fly to the eye.
Oh, I believe you might be able to, but I wouldn't mess with it. I wouldn't bother.
Check out
You
your
just want
ship
this game to be...
inventory.
I think you
Oh,
want the
we
game to
should
be
probably
something it is.
sell stuff too.
Ah,
Right,
What
we
is
had
this?
that question, like, where do you sell things?
Check out your ship's inventory.
I've always liked that statue.
What does that mean?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
What statue?
I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Literally, what statue are you talking about? I don't see a statue.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Is that a statue? That doesn't look like a statue. That looks like a control tower or something.
Chris Mumblo, do you know what the statue is?
I think it may have been... That comment may have been queued up before we fast-traveled, but I don't know.
I do know what the statue is. It's part of the store.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see it at some point.
You'll find out later.
Off right
Apparently,
away.
I have not actually found the cargo hold for the ship, so...
Yo, that is what I saw people talking about. I had made a mental note not to bring it up.
Oh.
So, Sam, have you given any thought to what I asked regarding Cora?
That's fucking stupid.
Sorry, that's deeply funny to me.
You know I didn't mean it that way.
So that's just crafting materials. Is it at least nice enough that we can use crafting materials that are in our ship's cargo hold without having to take them out into our main inventory?
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've
I didn't
bothered
like
crafting
to crash
anything.
in this game. It fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
We both...
I forgot we just exploded everything all over the cabin.
I agree with
Sucks, huh?
Mumbles. The crafting is
I picked up something you might
There's 18 million ingredients, a million things to craft, and none of it is particularly useful. It is easier to just find a person that sells the ammo you need and then just constantly lean on them. And like,
Jameson,
there's no real reason to do cooking. There's no, like, it's not.
Just let me pop it with one button press.
I mean, you can if you hold.
Are we doing this shit again for a second week? God damn it!
What?
Which shit
Selling
exactly?
stuff?
You don't remember the whole like, oh, I have to hold it to get it to do stuff properly.
Yeah, yes, that's how this game was designed.
But like that was also in Pacific Drive. Here we go. You probably take stuff that I can sell you.
Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can
Feel
take
free to look
care of
around.
transactions
It's
if
walls.
you've got
Bare
questions.
walls.
Just ask. Oh,
Yeah, like
please,
it's not
take a
like you
look.
can browse stuff. Like,
Please, take a look. I'm going to turn my iPad around and you can look at it, while I'll be thinking about all the stuff I was doing on my iPad before you came along.
oh, so that's just expected to be
So
back
you can
and
sell from
forth.
your ship.
There's no other.
Well, that's
That's yeah, you can sell from the ship.
Oh, will it sell stuff that's nope? Does not count stuff that's sitting in the ship. Well, that could be useful. You don't want to accidentally like sell something.
I don't think that the gremlin system of items management was what they had in mind.
Yeah. About you, that's a shotgun.
Which, in
that's cool.
practically speaking, with how this show and its recording works, and downtime and the lack thereof, that means that most of the stuff that is on the floor is probably just going to stick around there until further notice.
Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now. Thanks for coming in.
Is there actually? Oh, there's a man stuck in a series of diamonds.
It's a mannequin of the future.
Veal. Okay, so we still can't just sell straight from our companion's inventory because Bethesda
Here,
refuses to learn
I have
about
something for you.
modern video game user interface conventions. What? Gift? What did you give me?
Incorrigible. I picked it up on one of our latest.
I love that the game doesn't let you know what she's handing you until after the conversation is over. You find out it's like, I don't know, a bag of potato chips or whatever.
I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collecting skills. It's been a while. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up, it's all yours.
Amino
She
acids.
gives fucking
roots
amino
added.
acids.
What the fuck?
What is that?
It's a stick!
That was like an 8-sentence dialogue.
Hey, here's this stick I found.
It's a sign she likes you.
Oh, well, it sure is a nice stick, I guess.
That's like the conversation that Hideo Kojima would have written if he had been given a stick by the person he's talking to on Kodak. Like that.
What can I help you
That
with?
was how
If you
involved
have
that
any
was.
gear you want me to haul, I'm happy to help.
This fucking game.